Hey guys, good morning. I hope everybody's doing amazing. So, I hope you're staying safe with all of the winter weather that is all over the country. But I want to talk about what could be freezing you up in your business this morning. And it's the fact that there are so many millions of dollars of capital available for you to have the cash flow you need to grow your business. But unfortunately, we either are confused about the knowledge that we receive, nobody's giving you straight information, or you just don't know how to get in touch with that revenue. And we don't know. So unfortunately, it leaves a lot of us in a position where we don't have the capital that we need. And many businesses don't know that they can qualify for over $150,000 and beyond for things like real estate investing, technology, payroll, you name it, marketing, advertising. And so we're out there trying to do things by ourselves, not knowing that this level of money is available, even if you have less than positive. I'm not going to say bad credit. Let me just say less than positive personal credit. That does not impact your ability to build and sustain business credit. And I'm having a free webinar on Saturday to talk about it, bit.ly/bizcredit 2022, because we need to know that this money is available. We need to know how to leverage this money. Good morning, Aurelia. Welcome back. We need to know that we don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul in our businesses. And even if you don't use this money, you need to get access to it while you can. So when emergencies like COVID come along or like snowstorms that shut down your business, it doesn't mean that your money has to be shut down. And so many businesses, I think it was Entrepreneur Magazine that said that 85% of businesses fail because they don't have the necessary cash flow. It's not because they have a bad product. It's not even because they're bad managers. It's not because nobody wants to buy their product. It is because when emergencies happen, they don't have the money they need to tide them over until the business comes back. So if you're watching this, make sure you spread the word to other entrepreneurs, because I'm sure that we can save some businesses if we invite other people to the table. In the past, we've been taught that credit is a bad thing. Credit is not a bad thing. We just use credit in poor ways. Buying furniture on credit, food on credit, groceries on credit. That's not what credit is designed for. But in business, credit is designed to get you the things that you need to make more money. Let's just take, for example, you have a product and the Home Shopping Network says we want to feature your product. Well, historically, you may have made your product in the kitchen, but now you know they're going to need 100,000 of your item, and you don't have the time, the space, or the energy to make it. Business credit would allow you to go out and get the space. Business credit would allow you to go out and get the workers. Business credit would even allow you to hire somebody else to create and package your product. Now, if you went and got $50,000 on business credit to create 100,000 of your product, and after the product sales, you have $500,000. It's nothing. Good morning, Renee. It's nothing for you to pay that $50,000 back. We've just got to start. And if you agree with me, say show you right in the chat. We've just got to start playing a different game with money. Anthony Robbins has a book called The Game of Money and How to Play. And in that book, he talks about how the average person is so far behind in their knowledge of money that when we get online and start trying to trade, that those trading companies are trading ahead of us. Thank you, Renee. Renee said, show you right. If you want to make millions, you've got to play the game of millionaires. That's just it. That's just all. If you want to make millions, you got to play the game that Amazon is playing. You got to play the game that McDonald's is playing. And believe me, As a former JP Morgan Chase vice president, they're not reaching in their pockets to get money. They are going to the bank to get the money at a lower interest rate than what they could make. So if they borrow 100,000, so they can make 500,000, which is a what 500% return on their investment. They take once they make that $500,000, they take that money back. So Chick Raphael, I don't know about South Africa because I'm not in South Africa, and I apologize. What I do know is that anybody can set up a business anywhere, to my knowledge. So if your business were set up in the United States, then these rules apply. I know people in the United States, now sometimes they will ask you, are you a United States resident? But here's the thing. I'm sure there is something similar in South Africa. And if not, look into some American programs that will give loans to people in South Africa. There's so much money out there, y'all. So much grant money. I just looked at a grant the other day, and all of its recipients were international. And they were giving out 25, 50, $100,000 per program. There's so much money available. But if we don't look or we don't know to go look, we're going to miss out on every single turn. Do you guys agree with that? And we don't know what we don't know. We've got to stop thinking. And I know it's hard because you've been taught certain things, but you got to stop thinking that other people's money is bad. It's not. It takes money to make money. Does everybody agree with that? It takes money to make money. Let's start there. So if you only have $1,000 to invest, you can't think you're gonna take that $1,000 and parlay it all the way up to $1 million without some subsequent investments in your business. So you may take that 1,000 and make 2,000, put 1,000 back in and make two more thousand, and then put 2,000 in, and take that 2,000 and make 4,000. But in the meantime and in between time, you got bills to pay. Still got to build your business credit. Take that business credit and make a lump sum investment in your business so that you can see immediate results in your business and it not take you years and years and years to build your business. And so that's why I said, Chick Raphael, you have to determine what's available in your area. It wouldn't behoove me to be a specialist in what's available in South Africa because my clients are not there. But I do the research on how my clients in the United States can get the money they need to build their business. And here's the thing, and this is what I want you guys to realize. You're probably not the only person looking for that information. So once you find it, why wouldn't you resell it in your region? I'm about to start looking for people who want to train to be funding specialists in their area because I couldn't possibly teach everybody. Good morning, Rose. And not everybody is for me. But I'm looking for people who want to get out and teach their local business owners how to build credit, how to apply for grants, how to apply for sponsorship, how to crowd fund. There's just so many different ways to raise money, and the mass majority of us are in the dark. We're in the dark about how to do it. And then the question just becomes then, do we want to make the investments that are necessary to turn the lights on? To change how our business works? Or have we just been struggling for so long that we don't know how to get away from the struggle? Thank you, Rose, for sharing. And for those of you who are sharing the broadcast this morning, I think it is a perilous message for business owners and especially women business owners like myself. I think that without this information and without leveraging what I'm talking about, we're going to continue to build small businesses instead of big, lucrative, competitive businesses. I think that our intellect, our resourcefulness, our intelligence, all of those, thank you, Yvonne, for sharing, qualify for us for and our work ethic. We work hard. So it's time for us to stop working hard for other people and start working smart for ourselves. You know, it's so sad to say that what I was taught, that hard work would qualify me, that hard work would get me to where I wanted to go. That's not true. There are people out there who are not working as hard as us. There are people out there who are not as smart as us. There are people who get up later and go to bed earlier. And unfortunately, they are still making it. Hey, good morning, Martine. Happy New Year, love. And so we got to understand that something we doing ain't right. Do you guys agree with that? I mean, if you look at the time you put in, the energy, the that hard work concept, Renee, don't work. I've worked it. If you're working that hard, that means either your strategy is wrong. Are y'all listening? Either your resources are wrong. I'll give you an example. If we both have $1 million in our backyard, and I'm a firm believer that everybody has something, some skill, asset, idea that will generate $1 million for them. If we both have $1 million in our backyard and you have the resources to hire a team, you have the resources to go get equipment, you have the resources to go get a land surveyor that's going to tell you the best place to start digging. You got a resource to hire a ground specialist to see what the composition of the land is so you can know whether you need a backhoe or a sledgehammer or a jack. And all I got is me and a teaspoon. Who's going to get to the money faster? Good morning, Ursula. The person with the resources. It's not about do they have the intelligence or not. We all dig in the same hole. Do they have the resources to get the help you can't afford? And that's another thing we're going to have to stop doing. Hold on, wait a minute. Yes, I'm going to get on you. We're going to have to stop speaking broke. My. Somebody didn't hear me this morning, but that's okay. I'm going to sip my coffee while the broadcast catch up. We're so fast to say what we cannot afford, not realizing that is the very thing that you can't afford that is going to free you from perpetual lack, always not having enough. So instead of us figuring out, okay, how can I afford to get my business credit right? We say, oh, I can't afford that. Not realizing that the minute you get it right, you have fixed your problem. Stop saying what you can't afford and start looking for ways to afford it. There's a book by Steve Siebold, and it's called How Rich People Think. Rich people never think in terms of what they don't have. Y'all not listening to me this morning. Somebody say hashtag rich people in the chat. Rich people never think in terms of what they don't have. Rich people think in terms of, now, how can I go get it? Now, I'm going to be honest. It makes some people unscrupulous. It makes, when they start thinking, how can I go get it? Well, she got it. She ain't doing nothing with it. Let me just take it from her. It makes some people not act right. But you don't have to be that person. But what you do have to do is start saying to yourself, I am not living up to the level in which my Father intended for me. He's not wrong, so I must be. He's not wrong. He said, I have a plan. I have plans for you to prosper. So if you don't have prosperity, it's you that's missing the plan, not him. I'm going to repeat that. I know it's hard to hear. I know it's hard to understand. You will not get prosperity at a job. That's not the design. It's not prosperity doesn't come from working a job. It doesn't. However, prosperity is our destiny. It is our birthright. But like everything else in the world, we need to claim it. Stop being so quick to claim your job and not claim your abundance. Stop being so fast to claim your title at a job and not claim your title in the kingdom. We just got to change some things. We got to change the way we look at things. We got to change our understanding of money. We got to understand that all money is drawn on the first savings and loans of the Holy Spirit, and that we have dominion over our money. We have dominion over our time. And it is for the lack of knowledge. It's that lack of knowledge is getting us caught up. I can tell you honestly that African American business owners, and especially women, our businesses die by 1,000 paper cuts. It's not that the money is not available. It is that we don't have knowledge of the money, number one. Good morning, Berlin. We don't feel that we're entitled to the money, so we don't apply, number two. Number three, we feel like the money is a trick. They was giving out all that government money. And if I tell you how many business owners did not apply because they felt the money was a trick. They said, oh, people are getting in trouble for that money. Yes, the people that don't have a business. Yes, the people that do not have a business were going to jail for filing to get money for businesses. If I go right now and file for government assistance, I'm going to jail. Because government assistance is for people who need government assistance. You can't just go get in these programs because they out there. And that's what was happening. People were going to get in these programs. Good morning, Terrell. That didn't have businesses, and therefore they got into trouble.
Good morning. How are you?
They had rules about how you spend the money, and the people would get the money and go right to the car dealership. Get the money and go buy a house, even though the money was intended for payroll. So yes, people were going to jail for that money. Not the people that followed the rules, the people that broke the rules. And that scared off so many other business owners from accepting free and low cost money. Then we say things like, I don't want to be in debt. Well, the majority of the world is for less. I've been in debt for less. I've been in debt for vacations. I've been in debt for furniture. I've been in debt for cars. I've been in debt for less. So why wouldn't I go into debt for my business, knowing that eventually this debt is going to pay me off? Yvonne said, when you get tired of working for others, you will then learn to work for yourself. You know, Yvonne, but I think the key word there is learn. If you have never successfully run a business, there's only two ways for you to learn: your mistakes or mine. Now, you can hire me and I can say, girl, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Good morning, D. Morris. Welcome back. A lot of people don't want that. Oh, I'm not going to hire her for X way. Then go make your own mistakes, because that's what's going to happen. And not to mention that this help, whether it's a bookkeeper, a business coach like myself, all of it's tax deductible, which begs another question. Why aren't we using it? Why aren't we leveraging it? So make sure you register for the free webinar, bit.ly/bizcredit 2022. It's what you don't know that's tripping you up. Terrell, I'm going to let you weigh in on that.
Well, just for me, everything you just talked about, because I didn't know, I wasn't taught about credit. So coming to class, I've learned so much. Yes, I did go and register to get credit for my business, but I was afraid to use it, didn't know how to use it. And you gave us tools and showed us how and told us, hey, go get this, go get, what you need. And there's things I needed. So, I mean, I've been getting packages since our class last Tuesday, every day this week. And I've already started paying on those. I paid a certain amount when I ordered, and then I paid a certain amount when it came. And then eventually I'll go ahead and pay it off before the due date. So I appreciate that what you're teaching us in class.
And it really boils down to learning what we don't know, a different way of handling money, a different way of looking at money, being open to our abundance no matter where it comes from. So not understanding that business credit will qualify you way beyond your personal credit. Personal credit is not designed to carry your business. And a lot of people will try to put things on their personal credit cards, not realizing they're not built for that.
And since then they, even some of the businesses have reached out to me. How, I see you haven't ordered anything, would you like to make an order? I'm like, oh, okay. Let me give you a call back. Oh, on page such and such, if you can go online right now, we can go ahead and take your order. I'm like, okay, thank you. All right, thank you so much. And so I placed another order. Okay, it's let's use it while we can and use it to the best of our ability.
And invite others. I mean, if I have one word this year, it is don't go alone. Do not go alone. If you're listening to this and you're going to be signed up for that webinar, invite 5 people, text 5 people. Quit saying, well, I be trying to get them to come and they don't come. When you ask them to go to happy hour, they go. When you ask them to come to your birthday party, they come. This is just important because this is for our generational wealth. This is for our next level. This is for what we leave our kids. The word says a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children.
Well, in my community, that's what we're building on. We are, hey, let's get some business credit. Okay, let's take a course together because everyone learns different. Someone may grab something else that I didn't get in the same webinar. Let's go to this. We're doing things together. So me and my team we're going to definitely be on this webinar.
So, guys, make sure you grab the link and register bit.ly/biz credit 2022. I know there's a lot of information that is being thrown out there to business owners. But I know that the baseline for you to be successful is understanding where to get money when you don't have it. Even though you have it today, you may not necessarily have it tomorrow. And you got to know how to get back to the well when the water gets short. You have to. So bit.ly/biz credit 2022. I look forward to seeing you guys Saturday, working with you guys as you do something that is different. And that's understand how to leverage other people's revenue. Love you guys. Have a great Friday.